Good morning. It's good that it's still morning here. I've been sleeping late. Um, well, trying not to, but making an effort to have a healthier lifestyle, especially after years of not really having one. Not so many years, well, kind of. But anyways, this is where kind of fits in with the Capricorn energy, which is who the reading is for all those Capricorns, especially if your placement is the first few degrees, first 5 degrees of Capricorn, or if you have placements also in the other cardinal signs, Aries, Libra, Cancer, this will affect you greatly. Specifically because of Alcesti, I'll be reading for the asteroid Alcesti. Oh, I'm reading the asteroid Alcesti in Capricorn, where the moon will be conjuncting this asteroid. Um, so it's about loyalty, gratitude, and response. So it's kind of that unwavering love and loyalty, fealty spoken for passiveness or passivity. But it's also about beauty and attention and attraction to things, rejection of love interests. So this whole damsel in distress, those that also vie for your love or your attention, any sort of pursuit or love. It's kind of like the asteroid. What's her name? What about? She's the one about. She was chased by Apollo. What's her name? Daphne. Um, so it's also about things like showing of strength, recoiling to release. So kind of just like letting go, resistance, or becoming more resilient, but not necessarily resistant. So reining in things, especially with the emotions, with the placement of the moon in Capricorn, um, divine intervention, shadow to light, not knowing to knowing, or unconscious to conscious. By chance or fate, fortunate or unfortunate circumstances, servitude in marriage, sacrifice in place of. So, taking me instead to die for someone out of the ashes, sacrificial love, love or marriage connection, magnet for alpha males or alpha figures, the saviors or the rescuers, conflicts, limitations, inner strength, commitment, loyalty beyond death, back from the dead, rescued from death as well, attachment to body or form, substitutions and substitutes, chambers, bed chambers, rooms, coils, snakes, especially coiled ones, a pit of snakes, barbed wires, roadblocks, chastity belts, dying spouses, rescue operations, rescues and rescuees, suitors, concerts, ar- arranged marriages, bodybuilding competitions, poems and poets, narrators, omens, signs, warnings, near-death experiences, Mandela effect, resurrections and revival, CPR, resuscitations, graft surgeries, organ donations, lions, bears, chariots, wagons, carriages, harnesses, light, shadows, darkness. So whatever these triggers are, these are going to be the ones that are going to either bring you towards something that feels like you're closed in or you're releasing things, right? So this is the sign of Capricorn. So it has that energy, the Saturnian energy. You have to kind of choose: do you want to resist? Do you want to do things out of fear, or do you want to release those emotions? Because it's tied to the moon. It's about emotions, about your magnetism, magnetic field, things that you feel around you. Your auric field is also tied to this. Your emotions, fluctuations of things. Um, so watch out for those. As it is tied to Capricorn, because it is, these are technically would be transits um, to your birth chart. Um, things like um, things like things tied to your skin, anything tied to the skin, tied to um, your bones, specifically your knees. Okay, skeletal system, your knees. There's something else there too. Um, but with this Kessie placement here, it is tied to the bones here. So this is your resuscitation is also part of this one. So lungs is also part of this. Organ donation, transplants, graft surgery. So if you're going through any humans that are going through graft surgeries right now, that might be one of those things that are happening. Any sort of graft surgery, we're talking about skin, bone, nerves, tendons, neurons, blood vessels, fat, cornea. Okay, skin grafting is all. So there's different types: right? Autologous, isogenic, allogenic, xenogenic, and prosthetic. Any sort of trauma burns, necrotizing fasciitis, purpura fulminans, skin cancer, regeneration, red blood cells, skeleton cells, brain cells, tissue, bladder cells, liver, and DNA cell material, hair and skin, stomach lining. This also includes mesenchymal stem cell, regenerative processes, so wound healing, blastema, differentiation, small and large intestines. I'm not sure about that one, but it is tied to the moon. So the moon is usually tied to digestion. So watch out for those. Talk to your doctor if you need any sort of healing from any sort of grafting, whatever medication you need to take. I would recommend more natural things. That's my thing. So watch out for look for vitamins that'll help you heal in that process as well. Let's see here. Days of note. I'm gonna skip the food here because it depends on the person, right? Days of note. Friday and Saturday. Fridays and Saturdays. So February 9, World Marriage Day. May 1st, Loyalty Day. I still have to add more days to this one. There's still days that are associated with Al-Kasti. Places of notes, monuments that are of love. So it could be Taj Mahal. You've seen that before. There's also other places like the Mirabeau Palace and Gardens in Austria, the Petit Trianon in France, Thornwood Castle in Washington, the Broyd Castle in England, Coral Castle in Florida, Kelly's Castle in Malaysia, the Prasat in Pimal, Thailand, the Kodaiji Temple in Japan, Bolt Castle in New York, Taj Mahal. Any places where there's patriotism, patriotic countries. The United States definitely comes to mind. India, Australia, Thailand, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, UK, Denmark, Malaysia. Okay, any places that offer charities, charitable countries. Indonesia, Ukraine, Kenya, US, Liberia, Myanmar, or Burma. Kuwait, Canada, Nigeria, New Zealand, UAE, Gambia, Australia, Denmark, and Ethiopia. Vocations of note: marriage counselors, marriage therapists, nurses, doctors, especially surgeons or ER doctors, anatomists, biologists, cardiologists, osteologists, physiologists, physiotherapists, nutritionists, pulmonologists, neuroscientists, neurophysicians, EMTs. Okay, so this is really at an evolutionary level. This is about knowing what genuine sacrifice is over egocentric views thereof. So transactional relationships and/or unions based on mutual unconditional love. So is there resistance to being single or being married? Or you have to kind of question that, right? So if you're being triggered to get married at this time or propose to someone or being someone proposed to you, is it real to you? Is it real for you? Because this Capricorn placement of the moon shows that it is more about honing down your emotions, but it could also mean that you're resisting the emotions instead of letting it pass through you and let it kind of process it and allowing for it. So that's my little reading for today. Fits the 10 minutes. But thank you for watching. See you guys later. Bye.